Hello and welcome, Luke Millard here with you, and a very exciting video today talking about the changes that we are making to the withdrawal system in Hash and Ad Space. I know a lot of members have been waiting for these changes, so excited to bring you this video that explains how it's going to work from now on so that you can really get greater access to your Asimi, and also we protect Asimi and protect the people that are earning Asimi and people within our community. And so first off, let me just explain why we're making the changes and why we have withdrawal system at all. We're making these changes because ever since the start of Hash and Ad Space, we've wanted Asimi and people to really run the community. Okay, we want this community where people have freedom of movement with Asimi. It's easy to earn Asimi, as you know, and then they can use the exchange Asimi or you buy products with Asimi. Really, that's the goal. And so the greater access that we can give our members, the better, right? That's our goal. And so a lot of comments over the last year have come from people wanting a lower withdrawal limit, so being able to access their Asimi more easily. And so while definitely we wanted that, okay, and we want that, and that's what this video is about, at the same time we had to keep in mind that we needed to protect Asimi from any bad actors in the community. And so what I mean by that is that 99% of people in Hash and Ad Space are doing the right thing, and we love our community and everyone that's doing the right thing. However, occasionally we have people that try and do the wrong thing. Maybe they try and create 50 different accounts, for instance, right? And maybe they're trying to hack the system or something like that. And so we're constantly on the lookout for that and making sure that we keep our Asimi holders safe. And because we have Asimi, right? Because you have sent us Asimi potentially, or you've earned Asimi and it's still in your Hash and Ad Space account, that means it's our responsibility to look after that for you. And so it's very important to us that we do look after it and that we keep it very secure. And so withdrawal limits are one way to keep it very secure, okay? Because what it does is it gives us time. So if somebody does something wrong, they can't just immediately withdraw the Asimi with no checks in place, right? With some automated system and get the Asimi into their own wallet without or before we have a chance to identify that. And so that is really the point of having a withdrawal system, right? That's why we need it, to help keep Asimi safe. And there's been many instances that has really come and worked in our favor and worked in the favor of members. A lot of members have had some sort of issue happen, right? Some members had, they used the same password for Hash and Ad Space as they used for their email account or something highly risky like that. And so then if somebody hacks their email, then all of a sudden they can hack into their Hash and Ad Space, and then all of a sudden they can try and withdraw Asimi out of their account. And so these time frames and these limits help us to make sure we have time to correct that before it happens, right? Before the Asimi is released into somebody else's wallet. And so that is why we have the withdrawal limits, and that's why I stand behind them. And it's really important that everyone understands that, because it's not a restriction that we want. It's a liability for us to hold everyone's Asimi and keep it safe, right? The more we can let the community keep their own Asimi in their own wallets, the better it is for us. So that is the truth of the matter. We're not trying to restrict people, right? We want this free and easy flow of Asimi. At the same time, we have to keep it safe, because if you can imagine, if we give 100% control and within the Hash and Ad Space platform, until Asimi is bigger and it's more diversified across different platforms and different uses, just while it's in the Hash and Ad Space platform, it's our responsibility to keep it safe. And so that is why we have these rules in place. So this video, we're going to make some changes, because over the last year, we've really implemented a lot of security features and we're really comfortable with our system. You remember that this is a brand new business. We built it from the ground up. We just, adding features and the whole system from the minting of Asimi tokens. And so with that comes a time frame that we have to have in order to test and improve and make sure that it's working how it's meant to be working. And so over the last year, we've been doing a lot of that. Anyone that's been with us for the whole year will know that the start of our journey was, very technically challenged, and there was a lot of issues that we really had to overcome, and we have overcome them one by one. And now you'll know that, everything is operating far more better than it has been. And that's because we continue to improve and optimize and make sure that everything is working. And so I feel confident now that we are at a stage that we can make these changes to the withdrawal system. So let's have a look. So the new withdrawal guide, let's go through it. So the new minimum withdrawal for everyone, blanket statement, is $10, and that's down from the $50 mark. Now, In a lot of ways, I'm in two minds about this, because I want you to have greater access, and so we're going to bring that down to $10. That's great. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that see that as really positive news. You can get access to your Asimi a lot sooner. $10 is a lot easier. But at the same time, I see $50 as the minimum sort of earning target by anyone in this business. If you're not in Hash and Ad Space to make $50, then, you know, what are we really doing here? So I want everyone to make at least $50, right? And so I see that as, you know, if you're going to be here, let's try and have a goal of $50. And that's why I never really had a problem with having a $50 target, because really that's what I want everyone to minimum be earning, that amount of money from Hash and Ad Space. And so, but I'm listening to everybody's comments, and so we're bringing it down to $10 to give everyone ease of access. I know there's other benefits to that, so, you know, maybe you can withdraw it more frequently, and you know, for other reasons, maybe you want to get it in your wallet more sooner, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But we're dropping it down to $10. So I know that that is going to make people very happy. So that is the first step. But going one step even better than that, and this is probably the most exciting part, is it's a $0 minimum for any member with 5 stakes or greater. So if you have 5 Adminter stakes or greater, then it's a $0 minimum. And so this means that you really have absolute freedom of use and access to your Asimi. You can withdraw any value of Asimi. And what we're doing now is we're changing the fee schedule. So we're changing the fee schedule to a 1 flat fee to make it fair for every single user. And so it'll be $1.95 paid in Asimi. So it's $1.95 worth of Asimi for every single transaction. Okay. And so what this means is that if we used to have 1%, now we have $1.95 flat. So what it means is that it's a little more expensive in the lower end. If you're trying to withdraw smaller amounts, it'll be a little more expensive, but in the higher end, you're going to save money. So the actual breaking point there is $195. So if you withdraw more than $195 worth of Asimi, now you're going to save on the fee. But if you withdraw less than $195, then you're going to pay a little bit extra. And so this really is an admin fee. I know some people will complain about the fee, but the fact is someone has to pay the withdrawals, right? Someone has to spend their time processing the withdrawals and sending it out to the person's wallet that requested the withdrawal, checking that it's all legitimate, spending, you know, time with support and admin and all of that. So the fee has to exist, and I think that this is a fair way to do it. Make it 1 flat fee for everybody. So that is, I think, a welcome change as well. Like I said, if you save up your Asimi to more than $195, now you're going to actually save money in fees, which is exciting. The time frame remains in effect, so the 24 to 72 hours. This has always been a very interesting discussion. This really comes down to what I talked about at the start of this video, and that is that we are protecting people's Asimi here. Again, it makes no difference to me whether we pay it out at 1 hour or 1 week, right? It makes no difference. We just have to pay the Asimi at some point. We have this time frame in place to ensure that we have time to identify any issues before we release the Asimi to anyone's wallet, okay? It could even be as simple as you've requested a withdrawal and then you realize you don't have access to that Waves wallet anymore and you need to go back and change your wallet address, okay? It can be that simple, and what this does is it gives everyone time. So just build that into your ideas. So if you need your Asimi, then make sure that you request that 3 days beforehand, and then you'll have it then, instead of having this sense of urgency around it. So I'm just asking for everyone's patience with that because it's an ongoing topic. Now, KYC verification may be required. So what we're introducing here is a KYC verification, and this is to prove the identity of the account. And this really comes down to a lot of the fact that we need to keep everyone's Asimi safe. So what we've found is that some people have gone out there and they've created a lot of accounts, right? They've created more accounts to try and take more Asimi out of the system. And so what we've introduced now is a KYC verification, and it may be required on your account. Not all accounts are required, but it may be required on your account, and that will mean that we need the proof of an identity that this is in fact your account. Okay, and now this is really positive news for all of the community that are doing the right thing, because what this is going to do is ensure that we don't release Asimi tokens into the marketplace that were unlawfully gained. Okay, so of course, if you can prove the account, then of course there's absolutely no restrictions. This is a simple KYC procedure just to say, yes, that is the same person that it says on this account, right? And so as soon as that happens, then yes, we verify it, then you're verified, and you can continue to use it. It's only a one-time verification. As soon as you're verified, you can continue to use hashing ad space, as you choose. And so you'll see this pop up at the time of withdrawal. So you don't need to go and verify your account now. You may not even need to, but if you do need to, then you'll see it when you try to submit the withdrawal. There will be a verification, and it'll say you need to verify your identity. Then you can go through our procedure. We've got a full KYC procedure set up. You can follow the steps there in the article or the video, and then you submit your document, we'll approve it, then your account is approved, and then you can withdraw freely from that point on, okay, following the rules above. So please give us around about 5 days estimated time frame for KYC verifications. All right, so the future, this is one step towards what I believe to be the ultimate goal. And the ultimate goal is that it's blockchain driven. So smart contracts are controlling this process. And so what that means is it becomes trustless, so that you can deposit, withdraw, stake, everything using a smart contract that automatically will process based on the blockchain, and not based on the fact that we have to process this for you. Now, when that happens, all of this is going to change again, and it will actually all drop down to a zero minimum. So that's the ultimate goal, that everything becomes a zero minimum, but it's blockchain driven, meaning that we can eliminate bad actors as a result, right? So that's the ultimate goal, but we're not there yet. So what we've done is we're going to do this. In the meantime, this is how we're going to do it, so that everyone can get access. I mean, this particularly the zero minimum for members with 5 Asimi stakes. I mean, how fantastic is that? Okay, so you can start staking, and then you can start withdrawing straight away. Really exciting stuff. And the last thing is, I just want to mention that these changes are in beta, so please be patient. We've just implemented these today, and so now, of course, give us a couple of weeks to make sure that we iron out everything and make sure that this is running smoothly. But it should be 90% up and running and working for everyone right now. So, like I said, some welcome news for the withdrawal guide. You can now withdraw as a minimum of 10 for absolutely anyone, a minimum of 0 if you have 5 stakes, and we've just got a standardized flats fee. We're still going to have that time frame, and we're going to KYC for any accounts that we deem that are necessary. And so this is really going to be particularly for an account that has made no purchases and has no stakes, okay? Because that type of account, that's the type of account that we're seeing a lot of multiple accounts in, right? So you can probably try and think about that with your account. If you fit into that criteria, you'll likely need to just quickly verify your account in order to withdraw. So all of this, like I said, it really is to increase access and really to protect Asimi and its holders. We want to look after the community that are looking after us and doing the right thing. And so we've had to think long and hard and implement the correct procedure to make sure that we really do protect those people, while also allowing people greater access, because greater access means more excitement for you guys. I know that if you can get hold of your Asimi tokens faster, it seems more real. It removes a lot of the doubt maybe that you think, oh, am I ever going to be able to get my Asimi tokens out, right? We want you guys to feel confident and comfortable in order to get those Asimi tokens, put them in your own wallet, use them for other things, exchange them, whatever it is, right? That's the whole point of this business. That's why we have people here earning. And so we want that for you guys. But like I said, we also have to make sure we keep it safe and secure for everyone. So look, I hope that you are excited about that. You can use the system immediately, like I said, and also remember that we are in the beta, and also we may get a large sum of KYC in the first couple of weeks, and so you may need to be a little more patient than the 5 days, depending on how overwhelmed support is with that. Okay, awesome. Thanks guys. Thanks so much for being here and watching this video all the way to the end. My name's Luke Millard, and I'll see you in the next video.